Dog Brain!
Now arriving at Planet Wild West. Buckle up, cowboys.
Giddy up!
Yeehaw!
Well, alright, partner. It's time to explore this here Planet Wild West before we set up camp for the night.
Cowboy style.
Oh, yes. Here's the plan. We'll get into town at high noon.
Woo-wee! I hope we see a showdown.
Oh, I hope not. That's too lawless for me. I'm the outlawiest outlaw on this here part. No train gets past me, cause I'm the best train robber in this here Wild West plan. First, we'll fill our canteens at the local watering hole.
Yippee-ki okay with me.
Then, we'll saddle up for a sunset ride to the campsite down yonder.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Yes, and then we'll set camp at dusk, which gives us plenty of time for fixing a campfire feast.
Yippee-ki-yum!
Mash, where are the camping supplies? The tent, the baked beans, the nighttime lights!
Weird, they were just here.
Stop the train! We're unprepared!
Whoa, relax. We can just go get more. Look, there's a general store. Come on.
General store? Oh! Go? How? We're on a moving train.
Go for it!
Ah!
Geronimo!
Oh, well, that's one way to travel.
Oh, boy. All this tumbleweeding's really giving me a hankering for some cactus juice. Hey, how about we wet our whistles here at this here saloon?
That does sound refreshing. Well, afterwards, let's go straight to the general store, amigo.
Sounds like a real old-timey good time in there.
Howdy, partners.
Just some fellow cowpokes stopping in for a cactus juice.
Yeehaw indeed. We're definitely not city slickers. We're from the range.
Yeah, the home on the range over yonder.
That way.
Hey, that's the train robber.
Yep, sure looks like him.
Oh, I see what's going on here. Classic case of mistaken identity.
Yeah, he can't even grow a mustache.
Oh, yes, so true. I've never even robbed a train. Oh, we have fun.
It is the outlaw.
I, sir, am no outlaw, I can assure you.
Let's get him, boys!
Unhand me, you ruffians! Ah!
Don't worry, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Oh, thank goodness, you have a key!
Not a key, a plan.
Oh, dear.
I'm gonna track down that outlaw and bring him to justice. Don't go anywhere.
But what? How would I? I'm in a jail! All the stuff is mine! All the stuff is mine! Another day of train robbing and not getting caught. That's why I'm the best in the West.
More like the worst in the West. You're coming with me, train robber.
Oh no! I'm shaking in my boots! You caught me! I'm so sorry!
Ha! Oh, giddy up! Here! My friend is in the clink because of you! Justice will be served!
There's no such thing! You ain't from around here!
Oh, you are a bad cowboy! Your spurs are dusty!
Dusty spurs? Them's fighting words!
Any last requests, cowboy?
I hope your draw is as quick as your mouth.
Oh, I've got the fastest hands in the West. Believe me.
let's do this. Oh, I'll soak you.
This is for my friend!
You soaked me.
It's over. Time to put you where you belong.
You beat me, fair and square. Right on, Space Cowboy. Right on.
Mash, thank you for saving me today.
Of course. You're my main compadre.
Friends to the end! Yeehaw!
Yahoo!
Do I really need 7 of them? No. One asteroid catcher that I love and cherish will bring me all the joy that I need. That's for sure.
Yeah, but what if 6 friends come over?
Look, that's not the point.
Mish, look, I know it looks messy to you, but trust me, I've got a whole system. I call it organized chaos. Look!
You literally lost your recorder yesterday while you were playing it.
I won't deny that, but come on, instead of cleaning, wouldn't you rather go on an adventure today?
The joy of organization is an adventure. What's more exciting than tidying up your workspace?
Pineapple pizza, getting mail, shopping for pencils, literally anything.
Look, how about we donate these Twitch rotators, huh?
Well, those could be worth something in a few years. Keep!
Well, how about this bedtime support bear?
That's Frederick. We have so much to catch up on. Keep!
Mash, methinks you have a stuff problem. And, I'll just say it. You have a mess problem. I almost stepped on this old animal cracker.
Hey, that's not an animal cracker. It's an ancient Egyptian sculpture. Keep! Cool fact. In ancient Egypt, cats were treated like gods and mummified like kings. Also buried treasure.
You lost me.
Adventure break. Please, Mish!
Please do not try to talk me into a last-minute adventure break through space and time. You know I can't resist learning new things.
Oh, come on. We can learn so much, and I'll be so much more productive after an adventure. Please, we can make an itinerary.
Oh.
An agenda.
Oh.
We can make a list.
Fine!
Yeah!
Let's do it! All right. Remember, we have very little time to cover a very large amount of time. Approximately 3,000 Earth years to be exact.
Whoa!
Let's get in and get out.
As long as we get to check out the pyramids, hit up the tombs, cruise down the Nile River, and meet a real-life pharaoh, I'm good.
I'm more interested in ancient Egypt's advances as a civilization. I mean, language, science, math. Excuse me. Did you know that ancient Egypt invented the 365-day calendar? I'd be lost without my calendar.
Speaking of lost, where are we exactly?
What? I don't know. This is your adventure break.
Yeah. You know what? No problems here. I got a, oh, look, I got this ancient scroll map, thingy. Here.
You read ancient hieroglyphics?
Yeah, of course I do. It's 2 feathers, 1 foot, squiggly thing, little bird, big bird,
Mash.
cat,
Hey, Mash.
Mish,
Mummy.
Daddy.
No, Mash. There's a mummy over there looking right at us. I think we may have disturbed his eternal rest.
Oh, I don't think he's worried about us. That guy looks pretty, wrapped up in himself.
Hey, man, I resent that. Whoa, hey. Calm down. You guys must be from out of town.
We're so sorry to wake you.
No worries. I wasn't sleeping. Welcome to my tomb, bros.
Whoa, you live here?
Yeah, I'm actually in a pretty weird place right now. I was a king, a pharaoh, kind of a big deal, and now I'm a mummy?
Well, you look incredibly well preserved.
Thanks, man. Forever young, am I right? They took my brain like, oh, he won't need that in the afterlife. Buried me with all my stuff, though. Clothes, boats, games, food. Go figure.
I love my stuff. That sounds amazing.
You can't take it with you. They can bury you with it. But I'd rather it go to someone who can actually use it. What am I really gonna do with 11 boat paddles?
Exactly! If an ancient Egyptian king can learn to let go of his stuff, well, maybe you can tackle that stuff box of yours.
I think you're right, Mish. And I can donate the stuff that I never use.
Oh, this brings me so much joy. We must get back to Amalgam. And we'll let you get back to your journey to the afterlife and all that.
Well, we'll see ourselves out.
Yes.
Thanks for having us in your tomb. Great place.
Later, fuzzy dudes.
Wow. Who knew that getting rid of junk could feel so good? We should do this junk day thing more often.
Well, how about once a week?
Or once every other lunar rotation?
How about bi-monthly?
How about like once every Halley's Comet?
Or 4 times a month?
Maybe like every third blue moon?
How about every second Tuesday?
Maybe like every millennia?
Okay, but if we're running around on a bilateral lunar rotation calendar, perhaps it'll be 6 times plus the ruled turplex of 95.
Quick question. Would you have happened to have anything to do with the drain being clogged in the bathroom?
No.
Mash, are you listening?
Which button was it?
Mash! The drain is clogged with brown stuff that I think is chocolate. How is that possible?
Hey, listen! I'm busy trying to figure out what button to push to unclog the tub since I clogged it with chocolate, alright?
That's what I've been trying to talk to you about! How in the world did the drain get clogged with chocolate?
Oh, well, my giant marshmallow friends always take chocolate baths, so that's why there's chocolate in there.
There's giant marshmallow people on board.
Yeah, they're famous actors here to help me put on a play later. You know how much I love acting and pretending, right? You should come. Tickets go on sale at noon.
Mash, would you just
wait on
focus?
that.
Mash, focus! Set course for Planet of the Drains, okay? Well, we've got to get a new shower drain in there.
Boy, that guy never listens. Now what would he say again? Set a course for the planet of the trains? Sure, whatever. Setting a course right now. Oh, here it comes now! The planet of the trains! What are those things wrapped around the planet? Oh, I bet they're runways for landing spaceships. Alright, Widget, let's go in for a landing.
Beginning landing process.
Boy, check out this great landing strip. Oh, I wish every planet had these. Oh, what's that thing that's headed right for us at high speed, I wonder? And what's it making all that noise for?
Say, Mash, I was wondering if you've seen the wet vac. I need to, Ah! Ah!
What?
Pull up! Phew! That was a close one. Mash, do you realize what you've done?
I know, I messed up and I...
You remembered how much I love trains! You took me to the planet of the trains, the best planet in the universe!
Yes, that's exactly what I did, and not because I was making mistakes, because I wasn't paying attention to you at all. What's a train?
What's a train? Where do I begin? Why, it's the most interesting and orderly, organized mode of transportation ever. It's perfect for my obsession with control and classification. For example, There are fascinating steam trains
Yeah, fascinating.
and amazing diesel trains.
Yep, that's really.
And let's not forget the nice, orderly, measured, predictable tracks that they run on.
Wow.
And the fantastic train schedules. Plus, all the wonderfully loud train whistles. Whoa, whoa!
Oh, sorry, I think I just nodded off. What were you saying?
Mash, what the? How can you sleep in such an exciting place?
Exciting? Look, these train things don't really do it for me, alright?
Train? What? Not into trains? I know what we can do. Come with me on aboard the Fun Train Express. Woo woo!
Whoa.
Now watch what happens over here, Mash.
Ugh, do I have to?
What? Come on, Mash. I love trains. Don't ruin this for me.
Fine.
Okay, so you see that red light right over there?
Uh-huh.
Now watch the fellow over there with the lever.
So?
So, now watch the light again.
Alright, is that it?
No, watch the train.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that lever controls which trains get to go, which trains have to stop?
Yes, indeed. Now, over there are some train maps of the rail system. I just can't wait to count how many stations there are.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Huh. Well, maybe I can have some fun with these trains after all. Alright, trains, who's ready to play red light, green light with good old Mashy? Alright, red light, Mr. Diesel Train. Green light, Miss Commuter Rail. Red light for you, oh Speedy Bullet Train. You know, Mish is right. Now that I can make these trains stop and go whenever I feel like it, trains are pretty fun. Red light, green light, red light, green light, red, green. Woo woo!
Oh, Mash.
What? Yeah?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the huge train traffic jam, would you?
No, why do you ask?
Well, I happen to speak train, and a lot of them are quite upset. Take this one, for example. Oh, yes. Woo woo. He just said some mischievous little alien guy was messing with the traffic lights, and it's causing lots of trouble. And now there are tons of delays and cancellations.
Oh, I didn't mean to do all that. You know, I'm just really bored here, Mish.
Well, you like to pretend, right? And, I mean, remember how you're putting on a play with your giant marshmallow friends later?
Yeah, so?
How about we do some pretending about trains? That way we both can do something we like. You know, pretending in trains.
Hey, I really like that. Yeah, okay.
Great. Now, pretend you're a train, and you've got a green light. Go.
Right now? Okay. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Now, red light. Stop. Okay, now, pretend you're a train conductor.
Oh, all right. All aboard. Tickets, please. Next stop, Cucamonga. Man.
See, isn't this fun?
Yeah, it really is. And, I'm sorry I messed around before, Mish. I hope those trains weren't carrying anything too important.
What's that? What? Really? You're kidding!
Mish, what did he say?
Oh my... He just said most of those trains were carrying bathtub drains for people who clog their drains with chocolate!
Woo woo!